Hi everyone, this is Salvi coming to you with some VTuber news today. I do try to get you as much as I can, and of course I do hope I earn a subscription, and I do hope I earn a follow, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And of course be sure to do that before the video ends, and I do hope that you enjoy the things that I have for you. Sakamata Chloe is a member, or was a member of Hololive. Technically still is because she's an affiliate, and as we've seen with Amelia Watson recently, an affiliate does actually mean that they can come back during projects or whatever they decide to do. So they do have an open door, as Amelia Watson and Kiara have showed to the world recently with something that was done there. So why am I talking about her? She isn't making a return to Hololive yet. She could in the future, but right now I'm talking about this. Yesterday, we got something Renshu Suruka that said soon. And of course, we have this, of course, for Amagai Ruka, which is using the exact same one. So if I'm not mistaken, it is the exact same orca, killer whale orca, whatever you want to call her. And she is, of course, showing off her channel here. This individual VTuber Amami Ruka, or Luca here, but Ruka, debut stream will be on April 27th at 9 p.m. I worked hard to prepare it, so I hope you'll watch it. And why is she, quote, retweeting this group here? The Weather Planet Official is the group that she's going to be either a part of or, associated with. Whenever it rains, I remember that day. Ruka Amami's debut broadcast. And here's Weather Planet. Their bio does state individual VTuber unit, Weather Planet. So instead of being an agency, it's like a VTuber group. It's basically a grouping up of people who know each other, people who, want to, group up for doing fun things and things like that. So they don't have much more, as you can see here. They don't really have much more than that, but it is something that she said she did want to start doing some things outside of Hololive, and Hololive was kind of, of course, because you are under a contract, you're under a strict contract, you can't do a lot of projects that you would want to do, because if Hololive doesn't see that it is beneficial, it works PR-wise or beneficial in any other way, they'll stop it. That's just how companies work. Doesn't mean Hololive's a black company or any of that kind of nonsense. Just means that's how companies work. They will restrict exactly what you do or don't do because you are their IP. You are the ones that they have worked hard to create. So that's understandable. She had some things that she wanted to do outside of Hololive that Hololive couldn't allow her to do, and this is one of them. I'm glad that she is going to be showing it off. This is her channel. Of course, it doesn't have any content yet. Already, though, after the announcement, without anything else, I forgot to subscribe myself, it does already have 57K subscribers. And that is insane. That is amazing for anybody that's going to be coming out after, they do, Hololive, etc. Sakuna and others have shown that, yes, you can grow if people know where you are. So even if she doesn't grow as big as Yuki Sakuna or other people who have left, still, 57K is nothing to shake a stick at. I know she's going to be getting to 100K soon enough. So this is going to be a big success, and I am going to be rooting for her the whole way. Today, we're talking about Nimi Nightmare, who used to be Ceres Fauna before she graduated. This is a full-on graduation, remember, not an affiliate. She graduated from Hololive, and she became Nimi Nightmare, of course. And we're talking about her today because she did have her Nimi full model reveal. This all started with her having a little bit of, some stuff down here of her saying this, having this big thing kind of showing that she is going to be transforming from her old model to her new model, and this is the full one here. So she is going to be having something there, and now whenever she can do, whenever she does any kind of collabs, anything like that, she can now be her full self. Nimi full model reveal. I'm so excited to show you my true form, created by the one and only Tosaka Asagi. So that is a big name. Holy crap, that's a big name and everything. And of course, big name in VTuber avatars and VTuber Live 2D. So of course, it is set already for 5 p.m. Pacific time on April 22nd. Of course, catch it when it comes out. I will, of course, show it to you guys when it does come out. But for now, we will show you this part. And of course, it's going to be on her channel. There's already 2,000 people waiting. It's going to be a wonderful event. because she's been her chibi self and people have loved her chibi self. But they've always wanted to see what the new one is going to become coming again. And for some people, like it says here, 2 a.m. stream, pain. Can't wait for this. What build are you doing? Nimi straight from the source, nightmare. 4 more hours, yay. Get your turkey water in the fridge. Basically, yeah. It is basically Oblivion is not the only thing being remade. There you go. Because, of course, the Oblivion remake is out now, of course, for people to download and for people to install. So, yeah, this is wonderful to see. I'm so very happy to see her doing this and for her to have this model reveal. Vice magazine has, for some reason, really had it against VTubers recently. They did a hit piece on VAllure, and now they're doing a hit piece on Kirsche. So this is Vice magazine. They Canadian American magazine focused on lifestyle, arts, culture, news, politics. They've really got into the politics of the whole thing, using personal politics against people. And the person that they're targeting now is Kirsche here, as you can see, who is an American VTuber. She's referred to as Kerr, Fox Lady Coconut. She is a person who has, a certain amount of personal politics. While I do not agree with all of the things she says, we can agree that you should respect other people. You should respect what they like. You should respect what they have out there in their beliefs and not go and make hit pieces against them. At least in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be dumb for saying that, but that's the way I believe. What am I talking about? Here we go. For some reason, Vice thought that it was smart to do this and saw her as the big enemy number one. They are, I'm not going to go through all of the whole hit piece here, but they say pushing great replacement theory. For people who don't know, great replacement theory is kind of a, I would say, a very xenophobic way of seeing things, in my opinion. It is saying basically that nations are wanting to replace white folks with colored folks and, their cultures and stuff like that, from what I understand. Just a very basic rundown of it. This, of course, here, this picture here, that was done by an actual artist and not AI, is something that was done after, the thing that happened to the recent American president during the whole, going through the whole nomination and all that kind of stuff. And that slice in their ears because supposedly the American president was hit on the ear, etc., etc., etc. Not going to go too deep into it because that is a thing for if you want to be, part of the whole political side of it. So they are trying to get her deplatformed from gamer subs. Why? Because first they go through gamer subs, effective healthy energy choice, all that kind of stuff. In hot water with many VTuber fans. There's a small community, of course, with people that can't separate their own personal politics from business, and that is the big issue here. They do try to make it seem like, oh my god, we're worried because there's a demographic, because there's this troublesome VTuber with quote unquote, in quotes of course, troublesome VTuber with in quotes, troublesome ideas and rhetoric and such like that. And, they go through the whole her talking about the great replacement theory. And they talk about, her popularity. She has conservative beliefs, never heard in political leanings. She, in fact, gained reputation for speaking out on behalf of right-wing side VTubing fan base. And that is her right. Remember, she has that right to do that. You shouldn't, specifically, unless she said something against you or something against your people or whatever, you shouldn't really be going against somebody and trying to deplatform this. They feel so threatened by Kirsche that they want to deplatform her. This is the crazy part. And, some people think she's base, some people think she's crazy. Some people say she's alt-right, anti-woke, and apparently transphobic to a degree because of the whole, I believe, Hogwarts Legacy thing and her agreeing with Asmongold's take on what trans children's parents are. That type of thing. I'm not going to go into that because I do not want to share my personal politics on the whole situation. I want to go with what's here. I want to stay as unbiased as I can. I do have certain biases, and I will try to check them at the door with this. Like I said, I do not agree with all of Kirsche's political takes, but here's the thing. I respect her for having them. I respect the dialogue that can be had with someone who is not of your same political leaning. I fully agree with the fact that she should have her ideas, and she should share them. She should have the ability to share them with whoever she wants, and she should not be demonized for it. And here is She says our politicians are assisting these people with demographic replacement as well as making citizens' lives worse in general. They're changing. This is what they're kind of going after her for. While I don't agree with what she's saying here, she has the right to say it and not be canceled for it. At least not to this degree. Not a one-off comment. Again, she is talking about deportations, that she agrees with it, etc., etc., etc. They go into the whole thing here. Everything that she's done, they try to make it like, basically it's a hit list. A hit list on everything she's done, everything she said, and what they don't agree with, because as you know, Vice recently has been pushing personal politics. Her politics aside, you should not make a hit piece like this. They did the same thing with VAllure because someone was most likely rejected from the VAllure editions, and then they decided to go this way. Maybe this person was blocked. The person who originally is making this hit piece was blocked, or they decide to go getting the paid, all this kind of stuff. While it is very controversial, this person seems to be getting their jollies from trying to cancel them. They go through everything. It's just, this is just like trying to pick and just every single thing. Here is where they made the mistake, though, in my opinion. Of course, the Iron Cross and other things like this are ideology from a certain National Socialist Party of the 1930s and 40s Germany. I'll just say it that way. 20s through 40s Germany, I believe. Yes, the Iron Cross was used by them. And of course, someone, this is a fan of Kirsche, by the way. They're even using her fans against her, saying, how dare you have fans like this? How dare you? And then trying to cancel her for her fans, for goodness sakes. And of course, like, the Central person, of course, they even put them out there. They even have links to where you can find them to, of course, most likely a harassment campaign on there. That just isn't right. I don't think publications should be doing this. As a supposed journalistic publication, as they pretend to be, which they aren't. They're obviously a political publication that are trying to push their personal politics on people. But they're trying to pretend like they're trying to help the community. I highly doubt this. And they're saying, of course, the imagery is, of course, of that National Socialist Party with that certain mustached individual that is no longer around. The one who failed being an artist and then became something else. That guy. And of course, because they used Kirsche, and I'm surprised they didn't go after Pippa, but I guess this one is just about Kirsche. People can have fans from different walks of life and disavow the things that those fans say without outright disrespecting the fans who have them. Because a fan can be a fan of yours no matter what political takes they are. Like me, for example, I don't pretend to even try to police what my fans watch, what my fans do in their personal time, where my fans go, or anything like that. It is what it is. I may not agree with some things that they do. I don't know, because I don't go and, go with a fine-tooth comb to try to figure out what they do. Neither does Kirsche. And yeah, this whole thing is about her personal politics, why they don't agree with it, and why gamer subs specifically should not be a part of, with Kirsche. They should part ways, they should be canceled, etc., etc. Without fully saying it, that is what they're trying to do. They feel so threatened by a VTuber speaking their mind that they have decided that she is dangerous and she must be taken out in the sense of sponsorships, popularity, money. They're trying to take her living away from her. That is my take on this. Of course, you guys can have a different take. I hope you guys do let me know what you think on this whole thing. Thank you so much for being here. Of course, I will continue saying more stories and being as unbiased as I possibly can. This is unique. Nyaru from IRIAM. It says IRIAM X North American Sake Brewery, Idol Sweat Sake. So you can taste the lovely flavor of Idol Sweat in your sake, apparently. May 2025 release. So it will be released soon, and here you go. She has her own brand of sake now. She has her own, at least, labeled sake here, which is a lot to see, and it is amazing. I don't know exactly how it'll taste. Of course, I have tasted sake before. It is a unique thing. Of course, it can be strong for some, but it is amazing to see a VTuber, an IRIAM VTuber, IRIAM US, and of course, this is the connection that IRIAM can give you, and that's why some people go to agencies, because they can give you this type of connection. There you have it, and of course, down here, my award for placing second in the IRIAM Sake collaboration event. Please note that the label might change before the release. Fire to IRIAM US and not NA Sake Brewery for more information. And of course, the two ones that are mentioned here. Thank you at Rojo Gawina, I believe, for helping me create exclusive art for the release last minute. And here is, of course, NA Sake Brewery. And here you go. This is their North American sake stuff. And here is IRIAM US, the company that they belong to. It is nice to see that companies are still doing things for their talents. And no matter how small or big they are, they do get the opportunity to get things like this. Takanashi Kiara, the Kikiriki owner of KFP, the leader of KFP, a member of Myth, of course, has a new song that came out after her Kiara and Friends thing that she recently did, which is called Perfume. It is this official music video. Kanauru did the movie of it. Let's take a look.
It's simple. You gotta do it like
Cute outfit.
feel the rhythm, call me on my bluff. My secret, how I put that lipstick on me, stick on me. That perfume on me. That perfume me back on feet. Spent so much time just waiting, cry. I do it casually, leveling me up with a shade of violet. That's what I need. That perfume.
This is the part that a lot of people were like, holy crap. Her swimsuits. People were like, oh my god, that swimsuit. What the poop? The swimsuit. She's killing it in that swimsuit. She's killing it in that swimsuit, of course. But yeah, that's what a lot of people were like, oh my god. So yeah, a lot of people were going insane. And yes, I was skipping a lot. Of course, I have to skip a lot. Because if not, next one is going to come after me. Which they tend to do a lot. And if you hear it suddenly be crunchy, deep fried audio, that type of thing, then you know, or if things are blurred, or whatever you want to call it, then you know why. It's because I freaking got hit with the copyright ban hammer of Next One, working on behalf of Hololive. Usually it's not Hololive directly who does it, it's Next One, who is, well, just, you know, anyone who's hired for that kind of stuff usually gets overly enthusiastic with that kind of thing. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. Why do I do this? Because I want it to be a more happy space, a space where we don't try to knock each other down with weird, you know, Google Docs and all that other crazy kind of stuff, or, you know, weird, you know, hit pieces and things like that, where we try to build each other up instead of tearing each other down. Today we're talking about Dumar, who is Friendly Chill Nephilim, is ENES VTuber, who has their Twitch right here. I'm your friendly angel devil VTuber that likes to vibe and chill and also causing chaos. Let's take a look. Dang, he's getting destroyed.
Shut the fuck up. I swear to God.
He getting wrecked. Holy moly.
Shut up, Salvi.
Holy moly, he got wrecked. There we go. And of course, they have a YouTube channel as well. And this is their YouTube channel with everything that they have here. They have some VODs, of course, that they put up there, as well as just some shorts and other things there. So, of course, if you want to take a look at that, I will have their @ in the description down below. Thank you so much, Dumar, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.